One, two, one.
Tom's Graham Show. Hey, welcome to Tom's Green Show. Did you know in Markham, Ontario, Canada, at one time you had to actually farm in order to live there? It's true. Nowadays, the farmers are spread out, where they have to farm different fields in different areas across a region. In the particular case of Sam Orrico, the developers don't even have zoning yet to do anything other than farming on the property, yet they're pressuring the man to move. Way back in the 70s, he actually was moved off the airport lands originally, having been a farmer on that property. And he moved in more close to the Unionville and Highway 7 in Markham area, and he's been farming in that particular area ever since. Sam was also a victim of 2 house fires. Meet Sam Orrico, Markham's last farmer.
That's $100,000 in inventory or more, and so if you're gonna.
I urge you to please hire somebody to come and remove it. I'm not moving it for you.
You're not remove. I was told that you guys willing to remove it for me.
No.
Well, that's what the police. That's what the police told me, and I'm gonna get back to that officer who told me that.
Well, it doesn't matter.
You told that officer today there that you're willing to. Are you there? No.
Is the farm disappearing in York Region? Everywhere you look, there are development signs up on former farm properties. Barns looking older and in disrepair. And as our last farms operate at a minimal production level, the construction moguls are close by. That's for a reason. They want these properties to be changed to a zoning that allows for residential after being farmland for many, many years. In some cases, this is warranted. In others, are we losing prime farmland just so that we can build more houses? It wasn't so long ago that this entire area was farmed. The telltale construction fences. Has York Region lost control of its land to developers? The town of Newmarket was against construction on this property, yet they had no choice in the end. As cities and towns strive to become more modernized, where do we draw the line? That becomes the question. And that becomes the reason why we have official plans. And hopefully within those plans, everything's taken into account. Where schools should go, where residentials should go, where industrials should go, these types of things. Sure, there are protected green areas, but as we develop, are we really taking into account the full extent of what we're doing? And when we do that, are we making sure that the farmers are being taken care of properly? Or are we just discarding them like yesterday's news? Imagine a time when we have to rely on other countries to provide us for our food. Would that be better? Or should we take steps to make sure we maintain and protect those properties that we're using for farming? The city of Markham. Still full of gorgeous green areas. But for how long? Sam Orrico, longtime farmer. The opening soon sign doesn't seem to be in his near future. Sam's been living in this particular trailer for about the last 12 years. Whether through court proceedings or people harassing him on the property, not using the proper steps sometimes can lead to a situation where you have a stubborn man of principle, unwilling to just walk away, especially when he has thousands of dollars worth of equipment and crops that he's going to use.
These flowers, that's me putting it all in. They're saying there's wheat, tomatoes over there, goes there, and so in the back, machine, that machine there, the machine is worth money. And the vehicles as well. So
they're saying you can take them, but you've got 7 days, or you've got till the 28th to get everything out.
yeah, but they want me off the property in 24 hours.
A lot of stuff to get out in 7 days. Although Farmer Sam hasn't been farming as much as he used to, he maintains a lot of the reason is because he's been interfered with. When farmers make agreements to work a property, they make sure they're going to be able to be there for a number of years to avoid having to pick up and move at the drop of a hat. Which is what Sam Orrico thought he had done. Covered his butt with his agreement, be on this land working it. And so far, the police aren't listening to his side. But according to the officer, they have to listen to the Landlord and Tenant Act, in specifically his not having ruled to have a legal residential lease. But he's never claimed that. Now they're saying, well, you have to figure that out in civil court, which I understand that, but you seem to take their side and ask him to leave after 35 years.
This shelf was brought in here for the purpose of farming. This is a little stove. Soybeans. This is corn.
What's going to happen to your cat?
Come and see you.
Sam's been storing some documents outside right here because he's been a victim of 2 house fires before and is concerned that it could happen a 3rd time. If it did, he doesn't want these important documents proving his paper trail of his contract for being here to be destroyed. And this seems to be like a shaded area where they're coming in for air conditioning.
Well, it's certain depth, the distance in depth, and so usually collect water, surface water.
Yeah.
Because a duck well, you're doing it by hand. You go there and you start digging, and you go a certain depth. Okay? You can only go so much deep, 20 feet or 25 feet at the most. Some people went 30, but it's too dangerous because it might cave in. All right? So they put a retaining wall around to it with pipes, round circle pipes, about 36 inches wide the diameter, for 4 feet. Usually it's 36 inches. So to pump that water out, you need a foot valve there, and that is some sample of the pipe coming out there. This was feeding the house, and this was feeding a garage. The fire marshal said to me, they suspended that order. I can still use it, but I have to consult with them to see why there is an order not to use it. So in other words, we have to negotiate with the order versus the marshal order suspending me, you can still use it. This was flowers. They came and destroyed my flowers. This was in cultivation there. The other fields are in cultivation, but the weed went up because you have to treat the weed with some kind of a chemical issues, unless you have to treat it with another tools, which I have. This is a rototiller telling they made a damage on this my rototiller here, cutting the weed. So there is a planter, there is another planter, there's several plows. I got different type of plows there. I have this, and so you know, fuel tank, sprayers. It's all part of the industrial plantation field for the farming operation. It's, you know, I have fences. I have multiple issues that is part of the operation of the keeping the weed down, keeping the soil move, and so there's many style of many types of keeping good farm practice.